What does full-time travel look like? Well, it's not all sunsets and epic food. Some days we don't go anywhere. We stay in, try to be productive humans, and actually get things done. So today, we are pulling back the curtain and showing you some behind the scenes of what life on the road actually looks like when we are not out exploring. We are Erin and Shar, and we are embarking on a one-year adventure around the world. In August of 2024, we traded our paychecks for backpacks to explore all that this incredible planet has to offer. We started our journey in Asia, and we are now heading to Europe, the Middle East, and the Americas. We believe that traveling does not have to be expensive, so we are embracing the world on our own terms. Join us as we journey around the world, learn about diverse cultures, go local, and make every day an adventure. Now let's get back to the video. Since we started full-time traveling 3 months ago, we've been trying to figure out how to balance travel with work.
The truth is that we have a lot of video backlogs to clear, and we also have to plan for our future trips as well. So while everybody is on their holiday, we're still working.
Right now we're in the beautiful island of Crete in Greece, and we've booked an Airbnb to hunker down to do our work. The reason why we chose to book an Airbnb is because there is Wi-Fi, there is laundry, there is kitchen, so it's very conducive and it helps us be more productive.
This is actually quite a luxurious Airbnb for us. Fortunately, it's low season, so it's relatively affordable for us.
Now we're going to have our breakfast and decide what we're going to do for the rest of the day.
Our primary objective today is to publish our first India video about New Delhi, and then also to get started on the second video, which is about Ashram. And finally, the last one is to plan the itinerary for Athens next week.
That is a crazy long and ambitious list, but on top of that, we have to do laundry, we have to get some groceries from the supermarket later, and hopefully in the evening we'll have time to go for a run. Now we just have to wait for the laundry to finish.
Now it's about 9 o'clock and it's time to get started with some work. Give myself a bus stop about 11:30.
Right now we're going to head out to get some groceries. Right now we are walking to the supermarket. The supermarket isn't far from where we're staying.
What we're intending to cook is some Greek food for lunch as well as some Asian cuisines for dinner. I hope we can get everything in the supermarket later.
This supermarket isn't that big, so let's see.
As we travel, we find it very difficult to get Singaporean food, and we try to make it ourselves, but sometimes when we go to supermarkets, it's just very hard to find the ingredients here too. So
A lot of times I guess we have to improvise quite a little bit. Just now, for example, like I was walking through like the sauces section and there was like just one soya sauce brand and there are so many olive oil brands. And we can't even find tofu as well. I guess all these ingredients can only be found in the Asian supermarket but not in this supermarket over here.
But thankfully there are still many different ingredients in this supermarket, which is why we're going to try to make some great food this afternoon.
A few moments later.
First, grab one half of a pita pocket. There is already a hole in the middle, so we just have to stuff the things in. This is our lunch.
I think the tzatziki sauce makes a huge difference. Like, it's very creamy, it's very yogurty, and the way that I like it.
The bread is actually pretty nice too. It's so soft and kind of sweet. And then we have all the textures from the bell peppers and then the cucumbers and then like there's the meat. Everything goes so well together. Cooking in an Airbnb is not as easy as cooking back at home because we do not have all the sauces and condiments that we need. So if the Airbnb doesn't provide, we have to go to the supermarket to get them. And we can only get them in small quantities because we're like traveling around. So that kind of adds to the cost as well. But I think it's quite satisfying to be able to create our own meal and eat wherever we are. So we just finished eating and Aaron is doing all the washing as usual. Thanks for washing.
You're welcome.
Now that we're done with lunch, it's back to work.
I'm gonna call my parents. Just ended a call with my parents. Now that we are in Europe, we are about 6 hours behind Singapore. So we have to kind of plan like our call schedules with them so that we don't call them too late. If not, they'll be asleep.
2 hours later.
We managed to get a couple hours of deep work in, but now it's time for a little bit of a break, so we're going to go for a run. It's not that cold today. I think it's about 20 degrees Celsius and I think it's a perfect weather for running.
A little bit windy though, but I think it's still pretty cooling.
Aaron runs a lot, but I don't run as often. The reason why I'm joining him today is because we're actually preparing for a Santa run. We are going to head to one of the runs near Athens and it's going to be like a Santa Claus run in the theme of Christmas.
No, let's go. No hesitating. We gotta move, we gotta shake, we gotta get up on our feet and liberate it. You feel like something's out of control. Your mind says yes and your body says oh, let's go. Let's go.
Today we did 2.5 kilometers and the sun is about to set. So a pretty decent run.
Just came out from the shower and now Shar is hungry and I'm going to prepare some dinner for her. Dinner is going to be Asian fried rice. It's very hard to find like ingredients in the supermarket that makes Asian fried rice, but like we did it and now let's just whip everything together. So what is going to be in the Asian fried rice? None other than eggs. I think eggs are the most important. What else are there? There's going to be leftover rice from yesterday, leftover chicken from lunch just now. We also have some pork belly, so there's a lot of protein. And for vegetables, we have some garlic, we have some mushroom, and we also have green pepper. And I'm going to take them out right now from the refrigerator. Leftover chicken, just a few pieces left. Oh, also by the way, we also have some carrots too. I think it's going to add a little bit of color to this fried rice. I just calculated there's 10 different fried rice ingredients that I'm putting together. This is like crazy. Who cooks with so many different ingredients in a fried rice? This is like an XXXXXXXL fried rice. I must say I'm pretty satisfied with my fried rice. What do you think, Shah? Based on just the looks of it.
I can't wait to eat. I feel like I'm so hungry I can eat anything. But I know this is going to be great. I like how the rice is dry enough, and I like how there's so many textures to it because there's so many ingredients.
One thing though, I just wish that there's a lot more wok hei to it, but we can't achieve that with this induction cooker. We need real fire.
We just finished dinner, and during dinner we were watching this movie called My Big Fat Greek Wedding #2 because we watched the first one a couple of days ago. It's so funny and it gives us so much like insights into Greek culture, like a family culture.
Watching YouTube or watching movies like this has been something that we've always been doing during dinner so that we can just relax and unwind after a very, very busy day. We still have about 1 hour to go for the movie, so shall we continue watching?
Yeah, we're gonna continue watching the movie and then get back to work with this.
1 hour later.
Now that we're done with dinner and the movie and cleaning up the whole space, it's time to, as you guessed it, get back to work. That is basically how a work day is like for us. We try to do as much work as we can, and in between we run some errands and we do whatever we need to. But ultimately most of the day we spend it on working, which would be quite boring if it just show you like us working all the time. We'll catch you tomorrow where we'll be checking out of the Airbnb and head to the airport.
I'll see you guys in the morning tomorrow. So that was a glimpse into our workday at Crete. We are very fortunate to be able to travel full-time, but there are days where we have to stick to our posting schedule, and that is why we have to work indoors.
The work days can get long, but being in a place like Crete makes it all worth it. If you enjoyed this behind the scenes look into our lives, be sure to subscribe.
So now we're going to head into the airport and have our lunch, and I'll see you guys in our next video. Bye-bye!
Bye.